Now, of course, everyone knows you surrounded by birds, but there's also something else that you are surrounded by in the animal kingdom.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yes. After I did several movies, I was asked to go to Africa, Rhodesia in Zimbabwe. It's now called, the name is Zimbabwe. And we did a film there, and then I did another film in South Africa, just back to back. And that was in 1969 and 1970. And during that time, environmentalists all over the world were making statements that if people of the world didn't do something right then to save the animals in the wild, by the year 2000, they would be gone, just due to encroaching civilization, sport hunting, poaching. And my then husband was a producer. In fact, he was executive producer of The Exorcist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so we decided to do a film, and we were kicking around ideas, wondering, should we take on a single animal and follow that animal? Should we take on a pride of, something, or a group of animals? Or what should we do? And on the Gorongosa Game Preserve, there was a house that had been abandoned by a game warden because it flooded during the rainy seasons. So he moved out, and a pride of lion moved in. And it grew to be the largest pride in all of Africa. There must have been 25 to 30 lions of all sizes. The big maned lions, the svelte lioness, the rowdy teenage lions, the cubs. The cubs were sitting in the doors, going in and out the window. Sitting in the windows, going in and out the doors. The cubs were playing out in front. It was an awesome sight. So we said, bingo, perfect movie set, animals of which most people are enchanted by. So the script was written when we got back to California, and using sometimes 12 animals, sometimes 8, at a time. And we gave the scripts to trainers of Hollywood acting animals, because that's what we wanted to do. And every one of them came back laughing at us, saying, you can't do this movie. And we said, and why not? And they said, because of the numbers of cats you have working together. And we said, well, that's the way they were doing it in Africa. Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Thank you. Anyway, they said, well, you can't do this movie. And we said, well, why not? Why? He said, because of instinctual dictates of these animals to fight an animal they don't know. I don't want my cat hurt. I don't want to be hurt. Get your own animals to do the movie. First one was a rescue. And from then on, from 1972 to today's date, which is 2011, we have been rescuing lions, tigers, leopard, mountain lions, servals, that have been born in the United States to be sold as a pet or for financial gain. So it's been a real labor of love. We know these animals so well. We know all of their characteristics, their personality traits, so much about them. And most importantly, we know how dangerous they are. And we have been hurt. Every one of us working on the movie were hurt. We were all hurt. So I know that these animals should not be born in the United States to be sold as a pet or for financial gain. I'm working on bills in Washington, and have been successful in getting a federal bill passed in 2003. I co-authored it. It's titled the Captive Wildlife Safety Act. It stops the interstate traffic of lions and tigers, so they can't be sold out of the state in which they are bred. And I took it to my congressman. He introduced it, and it was passed unanimously. And Bush signed it on December 19th of 2003. And I did research on it last year, and it is working. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. The preserve, is it something people can visit? Is it off limits to the public, or?
Oh, well, I found it. Our movie took. We were going to have a 9-month shoot. It took 5 years, just because the first scene we did, my then husband was bitten in the hand, and we had to stop. He was playing the scientist who had been given a grant to do a comparative study of the big cat. So. In Africa, and so he was bitten, and we had to shut down, and then we'd run out of money, and then the leaves would fall off the trees, and then I was hurt, and then my daughter was hurt, and Jan de Bont was hurt, our DP. I mean, everybody was hurt at one point, and it just kept stopping us. So after the movie was over, we had something like 150 animals that we had rescued. And so I founded the Roar Foundation, which is the 501c3 that is the financial support arm for what we call the Shambala Preserve. And Shambala is a beautiful name. It means a meeting place of peace and harmony for all beings, animal and human. It's really beautiful. And we've been giving a home to all of these incredibly wonderful beings. We also, along with the lions and tigers and leopard and, all of them, we also gave residence to and sanctuary to 2 African elephants, a cow and a bull. The Kora, the cow elephant, was in the Circus Vargas, hated it so much that she almost killed 2 trainers, tore the tent down, and they were going to kill her. So we said, no, we'll take her. And they said, you're crazy, she'll kill you. She was an angel because all she had to do was be an elephant. She wasn't beaten all the time, to do the stupid tricks that they have to do. She liked the bull elephant, and I did research on them and found they left Africa on the same boat and went to Frankfurt, Germany, and she went to the Circus Vargas, and he went to an animal park outside of Vancouver. I mean, it's just been such an incredible journey that we've been on. It's just, and I wouldn't give it up for anything.
It's absolutely a wonderful thing that you're doing. I mean, who out there doesn't love animals? I know I love animals, and of course you love animals. And it's definitely a very precious commodity to our world to protect them, especially with the population going the way it's going. So that is absolutely wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Oh, go ahead.
But we are open. We're rather exclusive. We're only open 1 weekend a month. We're not a zoo. But you have to make a reservation and a donation. And it's about a 2.5-hour planned program, and it's a wonderful afternoon. You'll have to come out and see us.
I would absolutely love to.
Yes, please do.
We will.
And we have all kinds of different programs. We have a program to educate children, because you have to be 18 to come to the preserve. But on Tuesdays, we have our school programs, and then we educate the kids about the fact that these are not pets. They are dangerous, and we have an Adopt a Wild One program, and when you adopt one of the animals, you become a wild parent, and you can come the first Saturday of every month, and we throw the great big bones with a lot of meat on them over the fences, and the animals get very excited about that. The lions and tigers are very fond of meat.
I can imagine.
Yes. And we have a membership program that is excellent. So there's a lot going on at the preserve, and I've got a wonderful volunteer corps. The staff who takes care of the animals is fabulous. And what we are there to give them some kind of feeling that they can be content. That they're not. They don't have to work. They don't have to do stupid tricks. They don't. They live in large areas. They're not in little cages. The tigers have water. They have the river or the lake in which to play. And, you know, we will run a very, very tight ship to take care of them in the best way we can.
I love it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
That is absolutely wonderful. And everybody out there, if you're in the Southern California area or planning on coming to the area, definitely look into it and make some reservations. Come out and see it.
And the website is shambala.org. That's SHAMBALA.org.
Wonderful. Bookmark it. And do you have any final words for the ghouls at home?
Well, if you think some of these movies are scary, you ought to come out and see some of these lions and tigers and how tough and scary they can be.